Ah, shut up, music. Turn off. Go away. All right. So we have. Sorry. What? You came in robotic. You still came in robotic, bro. I'm sorry. Reconnect real quick. Let me damn tech demons or tech goblins, whatever the fuck they're called, at it again. All right, so while he's figuring that out, I'm gonna just go ahead and let everybody know. Oh, you're back? Cool. But okay, he's back. Yep. But still, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna let everybody know. I have no fucking idea where to begin with this week, bro. Well, with the last couple weeks, to be completely honest, because it's just been this progressive build-up and snowball effect of just wacky ass news. Oh, that just threw me off. Do you see who's in the fucking chat right now?
Hang on. Let me get on the video. Actually, let me hop on the video because I just got back connected. Hang on.
I just lost my whole train of thought.
Is it who I think it?
Yes, bro. Is
it who I think it is?
Yes.
Oh.
Why the fuck?
It's my nemesis in the chat.
I fucking hate y'all, bro.
Nah, I love y'all.
But no,
I love y'all. Keep at it.
I have no idea where to start because it's just been this progressive snowball and build up of bullshit through the passing weeks, and it's just I don't want to give too much away because I do want some of this shit to be a surprise for some of y'all who haven't seen it. But I know everybody's seen Joker 2, and unfortunately, I don't even think I'll have time to cover. It's not even about not having time. I take that back. I haven't even seen the movie yet. I want to see the movie first, and then give my full opinion on it and all my reactions and everything. I might record myself watching it, like with my mic on and everything, because I just want to see like what everyone else has been seeing, because motherfuckers have been, leaving that movie completely disappointed. Don't tell me anything. All right? Don't tell me shit. But anyway,
I may or may not see the movie on my end. I'm still mulling it over because
I'm really doing it just to.
I'm not hearing good things about this.
I'm not either, man.
I'm not hearing good things.
But anyway, what's crazy is that we've only boiled this down to 3 topics, but there's way more. There's so much more that we could talk about. Oh, I will say this, though. Kim Belair did another fucking conference or a presentation or whatever the fuck. I'm going to do that one solo. Just because I did it solo last time. That's pretty much the only reason. And it's going to be at a random time. That's pretty much the only reason why. And it could be a gateway to me doing these more frequently. But the other episodes are just going to be me solo sometimes. But yeah, we'll put a pin in that for now. Let's get into the topics for tonight.
I think we have someone who may or may not hop in.
Oh shit, there he is. What's good, Vidge? I haven't even given intro. I'm about to fucking start
get him in here.
Oh, what the fuck, Vidge? You can bring yourself on stage, bro. You have like mod privs to come up.
In.
There's a button for you that just says "Speak on stage." You can come up.
Bro, I don't know. Maybe he's getting settled. No,
he's typing right now.
Either that or just some.
There we go.
There he is. Hey.
The gang's all here. We are so back.
We have not had a this trio hasn't been together since like what, the second episode?
I can't remember. We didn't reach double digits though, but we are so back. But for real though, let me give an intro and then we'll get into the first topic of the night. What's going on, dear viewers? This is your gracious host, Kaine Walker, back with another episode of the Monkey's Paw, episode 27. I am joined with both my co-hosts, Soups and Vidge. How are y'all doing tonight, bro?
Doing good, all good. Happy to be here as usual. Itch.
Wait, hang on. Is his?
I'll take the silence as yes. Mm-hmm.
Take that as he's doing all right. I heard you that time. What's up?
I heard a brief.
He was like, "Oh God."
Oh God, I got.
Yeah, we're here though. We're here.
I'll talk. Push. Yep, I heard that.
Yeah, I heard him that time. But anyway, let me go ahead and take the curtain down. And it's gonna be a long night. All right, so y'all have heard about the Silent Hill 2 remake dropping recently, and a lot of people have been trying to cover that. So far, a lot of people have been giving the game pretty relatively positive reviews. The thing is, the only people that seem to be upset about the game are the original fans, and I mean, been there before, so I completely fucking understand.
Blame them.
I don't blame them at all. Especially when you have people that are attached to the game or creators or representatives of the game saying things like this. This article is going to be from that Park Place. It says, Silent Hill 2 remake consultant suggested that the world would be better without gamers. A consultant.
Once again, a reminder that these people hate you.
Oh my God. It says, a consultant on Konami and Bloober Team's Silent Hill 2 remake previously suggested the world would be a better place without gamers. Excuse me. Jacob Geller, who works for Hit Detection LLC, a company similar to Sweet Baby Inc. that aims to push wokeness in video games, announced his involvement in the game while sharing a screenshot from the game's credits. He wrote on Twitter, "Surprise! I consulted on the Silent Hill 2 remake. I had a really great experience working with the team. Because of this, I won't really be talking about the game publicly. Have fun figuring out your own takes." I guess that's his tweet.
Is he trying to? Was he trying to flex on the game?
I mean, maybe.
What's that all about?
Yeah, that's what he was trying to do. Apparently, people still don't know who he is, so it doesn't really matter. Related article. Konami confirms. Konami confirms Bloober Team's Silent Hill 2 remake designed for modern audiences. Like we didn't already know that. All right. Given Geller works... Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if anyone... Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, yeah, some people already saw the... was it was it a post or was it an interview? No, I don't think it was like an early article a while back when the first trailer came out of the remake. One of the people working on the game commented that it was going to be made for modern audiences. Which, at this point, it's a dead giveaway. That's a death flag.
Jesus Christ. Given Geller works for hit detection, it comes as no surprise that he previously suggested the world would be better without gamers. I'm sorry, I can't read that without it. I can't read that shit with a straight face. He responded to a post from Compulsion Games writer Behan. I'm gonna fuck that up. Behan Stefan, who wrote in 2019, "I'm curious, what's the dumbest idea you have that you nevertheless believe will, if implemented, make the world a better place?" I'm upset that you put those two things in the same sentence, but fuck it. Geller responded, "No gamers." These people are fucking comic book villains, bro. In another unsurprising post, also made in 2019, Geller wrote, "Honestly, the fact that gamers don't think of Taro and Kojima as political, totally fixed. Politics in games means anything about race or gender and nothing else." What kind of take is that?
I really hate when people. I hate when people talk like that. They want to dumb down and downplay people's arguments as something so quote unquote simple, but it's like comes off as super tone deaf.
I mean,
I hear the same thing when people talk about like what trying to dumb down the definition of woke. Clearly,
what is
demonstrating
woke?
that they don't actually understand what people mean by it.
No, they know what woke means, dude. They know what it means.
Yeah.
This shit is in every. You see that type of questioning in every discussion about legitimacy or finding some sort of problem or finding some sort of disconnect within two opposing cultures. It happens every time. One side, which is usually the one that's justified, finds a label to describe the idea that's fucking infecting something, and then the other side says, "Oh, what does that mean?" As if they haven't been here for the past fucking 5 to 10 years. Like, it happens every time. It's the same fallacy. The other fallacy he's using here is trying to use politics in the broadest sense of the term to justify politics in the most narrow sense of the fucking term. As if they don't know what people are saying when they say games are too political now. Like, there's a very specific brand of it that they're intentionally ignoring. Go ahead. Or misconstruing.
I was gonna say back to the. Yeah, I was gonna say, and with like the woke thing, it's like, yeah, just because I don't have a thesaurus definition of the term on me doesn't mean I and many other people don't know it when we see it. It's the same. We have context clues. We have pattern recognition.
Bro, it's what I always say, bro. It's like I always say, bro. What's understood does not need to be explained, ever. If you don't get it, it's not my job to make you get it. What the fuck? I know what it is.
That's
you
a
don't
fact.
have to. Right. Oh shit, you came in. What's up? But yeah, man. They keep conflating the use of government or political themes to shape a narrative, like with 1984, Metal Gear, or any other dystopian future tech noir type setting. They conflate that with fucking protect trans kids, and it's like, it's nowhere near the same shit. It's not even close. Like, George Orwell was trying to warn people against people who might try to change language and misrepresent truth, and here you are trying to feed kids pills that make their genitals not work. But anyway, moving on. Any other passing comments before I continue on with the article?
No, I was just looking at that tweet you scroll past.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm not Okay. In 2018, he also wrote, "I totally understand the defensive response to our medium, but it's not at all inaccurate to say that far-right... Fuck. It's not at all inaccurate to say that far-right groups are trying to recruit gamers. Much of today's alt-right grew out of Gamergate, and its sympathizers and organizers like Bannon and Milo preyed on those groups."
Oh my God.
Back to Gamergate.
Oh, man, I'm so tired. I'm here about...
Back to Gamergate.
What?
I don't know.
Sippers in the chat says games aren't political enough.
Bro, these are the people they're hiring to make your remakes for your beloved properties, bro. Like, these people are clearly in the know when it comes to the lore of Silent Hill 2. That's why they were hired. Like, games aren't Sepis. Who the fuck is in here with this Sepis account? It's either... I know it's one of y'all. I know it. Don't ask me for shit.
Whoever it is, they're wrong. They're wrong, but I appreciate the troll.
It's a funny, good-natured troll with these fucking evil twin shits. That shit's funny.
My evil twin, my chameleon in the chat.
Sepus. Jesus Christ. Okay, so he's got...
Wait, no, not chameleon.
He's got way more fucking tweets, apparently, in this article. So, in July 18th, he also posted, "Gamers lose their minds if someone reviews Destiny 2 without having played 10,000 hours of Destiny 1, but can't understand that decisions about uteruses shouldn't be made by people who don't have them." What the fuck does this have to do with video games? He went from Destiny 2 to uteruses. I don't understand. I don't understand. Destiny 2 and abortion don't belong in the same sentence. Like, who are these people? Oh my God.
Like, dude, imagine you're talking to somebody about any particular game, and then they just kind of go on this tangent about abortion and stuff like that. You're just kind of like, what the fuck? We're talking about a video game, bro. Like, where did this come from?
Sir, I don't know. It was so out of nowhere. He just Destiny 1, Destiny 2, uteruses. Like, I don't understand.
Jeez.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Oh, yeah, sir, this is a Wendy's. I'm sorry. That shit literally killed me. I'm not even joking. Like, it came out of nowhere. I did not expect that shit at all. Oh, fuck. I'm in tears, man. It says this...
Rudy.
Another
Rudy
mind...
says another mind lost to Destiny 2. Understandable. The game does that to you.
Jesus Christ. This disdain appears to go back over a decade. In 2013, he posted, "Maybe there'd be more girl gamers if guy gamers didn't act so incredibly unlikable." Why is he making video games? Why is he consulting for video? Fuck it. Whatever. Okay.
I mean, we can go down the rabbit hole again if you want.
Wait. Bloober Team CEO asks gamers to give Silent Hill 2 remake a chance after publisher confirmed it was designed for modern audiences. Why the fuck would we do that?
No!
Right, it doesn't look... First of all, it doesn't look like the sales were that great for that game anyway. Because gamers don't really buy remakes like that unless they're just fucking godlike remakes. Like with Demon Souls. Oh yeah, motherfuckers bought that, even though I give From Software shit for that because it really wasn't a remake. It was more of a remaster. But still, that shit was worth your money. None of this other shit is. And RE2 remake. All right, that was worth your money too.
RE2, and also I'd say the Yakuza Kiwami games. Overall, they're pretty good remakes.
Yeah, but this is where we are now. We have CEOs begging us to give their games a chance. Like we're not telling them exactly what the fuck we want from a video game. I don't get it. Like we're not the modern audience. We're the same old audience from way back when. Why aren't you making shit for us instead of people who don't exist? Whatever.
Yeah, Kane, do you remember that meme I shared in the chat? Schools.
Which one?
Remember that meme I sent you about we ruined our sequels to Own the Chuds?
Yeah, we ruined our sequels to Own the Chuds. That's a fact.
Considering Silent Hill 2 was technically a sequel, I feel like that should count under that now. Same logic I'm seeing.
Seppa says CEOs are the real victims of gamers. This is an elaborate troll. No, Vidge, that's an inside joke. Somebody's running an inside joke.
I was about to say that has to be a joke or something.
That was a joke. That was a joke, bro.
He's my interdimensional rival.
Rudy Smith says
the anti-spider, the anti-super of the. I don't know what multiverse we're doing now anymore.
Mirrored dimension. We settled on the mirrored dimension. But anyway, Rudy says Demon Souls is the only thing I find appealing on PS5. Give us fucking Bloodborne. See, that's the problem. Demon Souls was like the only viable new game you could play on the PS5 for a long time that wasn't like some walking simulator. It was really fucking sad because Demon Souls is over like, how old, bruh? How old is that fucking game? That shit's really old. It's gotta be in double digits by now. It has to be. And that shit came and took over the entire library damn near for like months. Death Stranding, yep.
We talking about the remake or original?
Remake, bro. The remake. That's the thing. The shit is called a remake and it's not even a remake. You can use the original footage to beat the fucking game. That's a shame, bro.
I was gonna say, because I looked it up just now. It says it came out in 2020.
Bro, From Software reheated their leftovers and fucked the game up. They fucked everybody else up, bro. That's what's really crazy. Like, a company shouldn't be able to do that. It just shouldn't be able to happen. Oh man. Let me continue on with the article. Jesus. Again, Geller's posts that belie his thinking is not surprising. In fact, this is just another piece of the mountain of evidence that fits novelist Isaac Young's theory, in which he noted that the current crop of Hollywood and video game writers are part of a seething artistic class that wishes to pervert all film, TV, and literary achievement for the sake of applauding themselves and humiliating their enemies. Shit, that motherfucker's right on the money. I need to look up Isaac Young. Sounds like he knows what he's fucking talking about. Furthermore,
yeah, sounds pretty. Yeah, he feels like he basically hit the bullseye.
Yeah. Furthermore, he shared that this class cannot conceptualize anything except through politics. That's a fucking fact, bro. Are we sure he's not related to Asimov, bro?
These jokers, they make their politics their entire lives, man.
Their whole identity.
It's really pathetic.
Yes, it's really fucking pathetic. He added, Hollywood exists to reward its friends and punish its enemies, and its products are emblematic of that fact. Hollywood does not exist to entertain you. It is an organ of a greater international apparatus that has declared war on native populations of the West. Damn, Isaac, I might need to look you up for real.
Wow. That was actually very articulate.
That's the end of the fucking article? Why did they ended it on that? That was crazy. But yeah, man.
I mean, I guess they wanted to show someone still had common sense in this industry.
But yeah, man. From actual fans of Silent Hill 2, they're saying that obviously the original is better. Shocker. The remake completely misses the point of the original Silent Hill. And this game is basically a clone of The Last of Us. As many games coming out are, which I'm fucking... Why does every game want to be the fucking Last of Us now? I have no idea why.
In Last of Us, it's either...
It's almost
that's like what God of War, dude.
That's like asking, why does every game want to be like the Avengers now?
Want to be like what?
When I say I'm particularly talking about the Marvel.
They want to be like...
really get where I'm. I don't get where I'm coming from with that, but more so referring to the whole timeline shit and all that stuff, the different universes.
Oh, why everything wants to be multiverse? Never mind, I got you.
Yeah.
Oh,
I understand.
I thought you meant like
I was referring to the Marvel Cinematic Universe because that was like the thing that kind of kicked off all of that stuff.
Yeah.
To do it, and you even find people playing the video game. Like,
repeat that last part. Your mic went out.
Oh. Just saying, I was talking about the Marvel Cinematic Universe doing the whole timeline shit and how themes, and it's kind of ruined a lot of video games now.
Yeah, alternate timelines, multiverse, people wanting every video game to be a fucking movie. And I'm not even talking about just the multiverse shit. I mean, everything has to be a walking simulator, sit down and talk, fucking excessive story, because this is a fucking video game and not a movie. Sure, there should be some narrative, but the narrative should be woven into the gameplay. It shouldn't be like me watching 20 fucking minutes of cutscenes. Like, that's ridiculous.
I was gonna say, it's like, before Vidge mentioned the MCU, I was gonna say it felt like the games were copying off like popular titles like Dark Souls or Last and then more so looking at God of War's newer games and how they kind of tried to copy the same system.
They're really boxing themselves in by trying to be like other games. It's really confusing to me, if I'm being completely honest. Dark Souls isn't the only video game. Last of Us isn't the only video game. And fucking... What was the third one? Whatever the third one was.
I don't think I mentioned another game.
Oh, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think either. But yeah, it's
but Silent Hill, I wanted to say...
boring.
About Silent Hill, I noticed some of their game, like looking through some of their game, they've been like trying to copy or thing that they did with Silent Hill 2 across the games, even way before this remake. Like I remember, I think called Silent Hill Homecoming had the same thing going on.
Oh, those are the originals, though. The originals are fine. Obviously, people like the second game the most, from what I can gather. But as a matter of fact, this remake is giving people more appreciation for the other games.
Well, it was like the first
3 and 4 and Homecoming. Yeah.
Well, it's like the first 4 made by Team Silent, or like the highlights that people look to for Silent Hill. But part 2 in particular, because after Team Silent left, it's like on one hand they tried to experiment and do things in a different direction, but on the other they were also trying to copy the same plot beats or story beats,
formula,
the original 4 games, and then they just been kind of going downhill. Like each game just wasn't hit as good as the last, which is kind of sad because Silent Hill was like a pretty good, promising rival series to Resident Evil.
I mean, in order to have a series thrive, it has to have new ideas. You can't just reuse the same setup or a gimmick over and over and expect people to be as excited as they were the first time. That's why shit has to end. That's why that's why shit has to have a good run and then it has to end. And then you fucking make up some new shit. That's how it has to work. Shit can't go on forever. One Piece. God damn it. Fuck. Mr. Krabs is going to be ringing that bell for episode 2000 before you know it.
I genuinely wonder sometimes if I'm gonna live to even know that there's know that there's a last episode of One Piece.
Am I gonna live to see the ending of One Piece? Yo, I've never put it into perspective like that. That shit's hilarious. Why the fuck is that show so long? Am I gonna live to see the last episode? You're gonna be 180 years old watching the final episode of One Piece.
Crazy. It's crazy considering that
it's been 84 years.
Not even older than it's not even older than say Dragon Ball, and it has more episodes than that.
That's crazy. Fuck. Do y'all have any more comments before I read about Concord coming back? That's right, guys. They might bring this shit back from the dead after losing hundreds of millions of dollars.
Nah, go on. I want to make fun of this topic.
All right, you know what's funny is that they had an article. They had an article before this asking, "Is there any chance Sony brings Concord back from the dead?" And then their verdict was, "No, I don't think it will." And then we have this fucking article. Concord may be coming back to life after all. This was going to be from Forbes. Oh my God. Concord may be 6 feet underground, but given that it's spooky season, it's a perfect time to shoot a hand out of that grave and crawl out again. This is far from confirmed at this point.
It's gonna zombie crawl.
They're necromancing this shit.
It's gonna zombie crawl out.
This shit is crawling out of Shang Tsung's flesh pits, bro. Oh my God. This is far from confirmed at this point, but there is some evidence now that at least something is going on behind the scenes with the Steam version of Concord, as spotted by Insider Gaming. While Concord has gotten multiple updates on Steam the last few weeks, from October 6 to 10 alone, it got 20 different updates by a few different users. Who the fuck is still playing this game? It's 6 to 10 people on that bitch.
Yeah, players?
That's what I'm saying. 20 different updates, but man. There is obviously no official word from Sony or Firewalk about any of this. Otherwise, we'd be talking about that. But the idea here has always been that the game could return to life as a free-to-play version. Nobody would play that shit for free, bro. Look at your beta numbers. Nobody played the beta, man. The idea here...
This thing's gonna come back. This thing's gonna come back to crash and burn like Morbius rerun in the theaters.
Jesus, man. But the idea here has always been that the game could return to life as a free-to-play version rather than the $40 upfront price it originally asked for. They're gonna put microtransactions in this. In this. This, bro. In this game.
The money somehow, man.
Whatever. Fucking alright.
Somehow, man.
Please, bro, give us some money.
Yo, these are some funny ass topics tonight, bro. Like, we're in clown world. Go ahead.
They're begging the same gamers that they hate so much to give them money. Please, bigots, please give us some money.
Please give our game a chance, even though it's made for the modern audience. Please play our game for free. God damn it. Okay. One more time from the top. But the idea here has always been that the game could return to life as a free-to-play version rather than the $40 upfront price it originally asked for when it launched on August 23rd. It shut down 2 weeks later. It's important to remember that the official word was that Concord was possibly going to return in some form. The blog post from Firewalk said the following: however, while many qualities of the experience resonated with players, I don't know what those were, we also recognize that other aspects of the game and our initial launch didn't land the way we'd intended. Therefore, at this time, we have decided to take the game offline beginning September 6th, 2024, and explore options, including those that will better reach our players. The explore options bit no doubt included the idea of going free to play, but the more common notion was that the game was just dead. Oh man. After all, price did not seem to be the main issue here. The game had a completely free beta. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, nobody played that shit. Well, anyway, the game had a completely free beta close to launch, which peaked at just 2,300 players on Steam. A little less than triple what the game ended up launching with. The interest just wasn't there at any price. So should this happen, you can see both cases, but I'd argue one is more compelling than the other. One, given how much Sony and Firewalk have invested in Concord, including years of development time and potentially hundreds of millions of dollars, they may at least want to give it a second shot as a free-to-play title, in addition to whatever other tweaks to the game they think might encourage more players to return. I don't think y'all don't have the
microtransaction.
Y'all don't have the balls to do what might make players return, bro. Y'all don't have the balls. You don't got it in you. You're not built like that. It's impossible for you to do what it would take.
Microtransactions will help people come back.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody playing that shit, bro.
Right. Nobody's playing that shit. Pack it up. Two.
Well, just pack it up and put it away, man. Ain't nobody even gonna return to play that shit.
People came in the first place. Like, you know what I mean? Anyway. Two.
If they do decide to bring it, it's gonna bleed for.
They're gonna.
It doesn't make any sort of.
They're gonna hemorrhage $1 billion and then bury it again. That's what's gonna happen. Oh my god.
Yeah. It's like Morbius, man. It's just like Morbius.
More $1 billion.
Bro, seriously, man. When was the last time you saw a game that was supposed to be coming out, a brand new game, that literally weeks of release?
That died 2 weeks and never. I've never seen that shit. It's gotta be the most catastrophic failure in gaming history. I've literally never seen that, bro. Ever. From anything. Anthem didn't even do that.
No.
Bro.
We are witnessing history.
I'm tired of it, bro.
History.
I'm tired of these historical events. Cut it out. Fuck. None of them have been good news. Well, hardly any of them have been good news. Shit, bro. Number 2. But how would it look to fail twice? Concord Shadows died twice.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, right?
Wait. But How would it look to fail twice? And that seems to be the more likely possibility. Again, price was not the main issue. And you're not going to redesign the entire roster and the concept of the game. This was also not, say, Overwatch, eventually feeling the need to go free to play to compete. Oh my God, something's in my eye, I'm sorry. Eventually feeling the need to go free to play to compete after being an established success. Concord was a colossal failure. Even that shit is an understatement. And it does not seem to be one of those games that can work really hard to turn things around like No Man's Sky or Cyberbug 2077. The latter of which launched to millions of players, not thousands. Yep. It's probably pretty good now. I was just talking shit. That's what we were calling it when the game was buggy as shit.
Yeah, I know.
Still, I
remember that. It was hilarious.
Bro, people were falling through the map. All type of shit was happening, bro. That shit was hilarious. Whole compilations of bugs in your game shouldn't be possible. But anyway. Still, I think Sony may try here. That may be what these updates indicate. But if it's just going free to play, that is unlikely to do much. Still, we know that additional ongoing content for Concord had been in the works, and so has a multimedia expansion with an upcoming episode of Amazon's Secret Level, which will now feel pretty bizarre. You know what this reminds me of, actually? This reminds me of that fucking new DLC that dropped for goddamn Starfield, which I completely forgot about it because it was forgettable.
I forgot about that too.
We might have time to cover that, because that shit was terrible.
Now that you mention it, I remember.
Go ahead, Soups.
As this highlight viral moment come back. No, I was just saying, I almost forgot that it came out too until you mentioned it. And I remembered it because of Heel's based video on it that we covered.
Bro, whoever's doing this Sepis account.
Oh, that was gold.
Concord is a good game, but I didn't have enough money to get it. Stop lying to everyone here. This is a good troll. Oh my God.
My interdimensional nemesis is surely doing his work.
Let me reread this last paragraph again and look at the comments, because I have to see these shits. Still, I think Sony may try here. That may be what these updates indicate, but if it's just going free to play, that is unlikely to do much. Still, we know that additional ongoing content for Concord had been in the works, and so has a multimedia expansion with an upcoming episode of Amazon's Secret Level, which will now feel pretty bizarre. As ever, I really do feel for the Concord team here, but it's hard to see any kind of resurrection working at all. We're going to get into the first comment by Johnny T.
Working on this.
Go ahead, my bad. You first. I'll read it after you talk.
How did they even have employees? Like, how did they even have people working on this?
Bro, there's so many things we could say about that. Actually, nah, this is confirmed, so I can say it. Government funding. That's how. I still need to do a full show on government-funded games. I still ain't even do that yet. I still have to do that. You would be surprised how many organizations exist to push propaganda in games. That's the only fucking reason the government would have any stake in putting people in positions to make games. That's the only reason.
I already know the feds are involved because of the Sweet Baby and exposing and all that. And I know there's other consulting companies who need to be getting money from the feds. That's the only way it makes any sense.
It's my dude, Sepis. Why y'all do? Anyway. First comment from Johnny T. I commented on one of your post-launch articles about how satisfying Concord's gameplay is. Particularly to someone who loved vanilla Destiny Crucible. The biggest problems Concord faced were, 1, a woke cast of characters that by design repelled a large percentage of potential players who just want to treat everyone fairly and resent the corporate political push of DEI content and policies down their throats. That was a mouthful. And 2, marketing itself or failing to address press marketing it as a hero shooter without differentiating it from the long TTKs those games are associated with and emphasizing the ability to engage in 1v1 gunfights. For those of you unaware, TTK is short for time to kill. The gunplay in Concord was Destiny tier. It's a shame they missed the mark with this game. That's a lot of words to just say there were too many black people in the game for you. Oh my God. We found one, ladies and gentlemen. We found one.
No, that's not.
Sepis, is this your alt account?
Nah, it's just that's Wayne. No, that's Wayne Walker's alt account.
Sepis? Have you been trolling the Forbes comment section?
It ain't Sepis. That ain't Sepis. That's Wayne Walker. I'm firm.
It's hard to believe people like you are taken seriously. Nah, more like too many lame people in the game. Color doesn't matter, actually. Don't talk like racist, please, Thomas. Exactly. Feel for the people who are working on Concord. What about the fans that got ripped off with copycat games, glitches, quick money making games? Feel no remorse for gaming companies because they've strayed too far a while from what the fans want. All they care about is, damn, it's grammar, I'm sorry. All they care about now is pushing their own agendas. That's a fact. Like, what else is there to say? They actually thought there was hope for this fucking dumpster fire to come back. This is just a rumor, though. I don't even think Forbes thinks this game is going to come back. I think they're just speaking on, you know, what's been going on in the grapevine about this game potentially having a resurrection or whatever. Which, I mean, it makes sense. It fills the news cycle. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Yeah, everyone knows it's dead. It's just Forbes is just trying to play neutral, and not outright saying it's gonna die.
Nah, they said it was dead, bro.
I mean, it could.
They said that shit. They literally opened the article they opened the article by saying Concord may be 6 feet underground. This shit dead, bro. They know it's dead.
Like dead as in it's not coming back, not dead as in it's just.
I think they tried to play both sides of the fence.
They kind of did a little bit. Yep.
I was trying to say, like,
you saw that they tried to be a little critiquing about it and stuff like that, but then on the other hand,
I mean, it's not like
it's possible that they could make some work. You know, yeah, fence. That's all they really.
I mean, it's not like they can gaslight us. The fucking company said we're gonna give you all refunds and we're gonna take this shit off the store and shut the servers down. Like, if that's not a dead game, what the fuck does a live one look like? You know what I mean? Any more comments?
We haven't seen like really live game since a long.
Go ahead.
No, stay dead.
You kind of cut out there on my end, Vidge. What did you say?
Oh, my bad. No, I was just saying that shit dead. That's all.
That shit can stay dead. Let me read some of the chat comments real quick.
Nice to see a lot of activity in the chat, not just from Sepus.
Johnny Q talking about modern fighting games being trash. Love to see it. People thought they would just jump. I don't see how people think they can just go to Tekken. You're gonna go from Smash Brothers to Tekken. I don't know what Leffen plays. I'm just using this as an example. You're gonna go from Smash Brothers to Tekken, and think you're gonna get to the big leagues. You gotta fight people like me and fucking Arslan Ash. Oh boy, man. I wonder if Tekken has directional influence. Nah.
I love seeing these folks in the chat. Such familiar faces.
Yeah, thank y'all for showing up. Tell your friends. Do this every 2 weeks. I might do some solo shows dotted throughout the week, so it might end up being like at least twice every 2 weeks or twice a week. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, on to our next topic, and this is gonna involve some of y'all's childhood memories, and I'm not gonna lie. At this point, I'm very numb to it because pretty much everyone's entire childhood is dead at this point. So only thing I can do is just laugh. So first we're gonna get into the ironic part of the criticism regarding Nintendo and Pokemon. Using this tweet posted by the Legal Mindset. Pokemon literally censoring winking and making sure pencil skirts are Catholic school length to satisfy Western censorship. Amongst other things, they're getting rid of religious symbols, taking away smoking, paraphernalia, and things like that. It's just very weird what they're doing. And this is a leak. I think this is another one of the Game Freak leaks. And you can see what they're doing here. Let me center the daggone.
Bro, Seppis.
What the fuck did he say now?
Seppis says, I am an expert in sensitivity training and gender studies. I must continue my job to debunk these clowns.
That's gotta be cats. Gotta be. Like, my God. Anyway, Pokemon's trainer graphics changes, right? He took out the spirit medium. In the Japanese version, which is the uncensored version, she has a shamanic rosary, right? And beads are a symbol. Beads are a religious symbol. I don't even think this is a rosary. Is a set of beads without the cross the same as a rosary? Is that even the same thing?
No, the rosary has to have the cross on there.
Okay. Either way, both of those things are religious, and they represent some form of spiritualism. But Japanese version, the shamanic spirit medium, has a set of beads, and in the overseas version, for some fucking reason, they took the beads away from her. And the remarks for why they took the rosary away is the rosary. That's a dude. Anyway, the rosary he is holding has a strong religious meaning. My question is, what the fuck is wrong with that? Who are you offending by including religious symbolism? Like, do y'all not understand that details like that make your world seem authentic?
Yeah.
That ruins immersion.
It's like these people. It's almost like these people hate religion, man. It's like they've hated Christianity so much that every other religion suffers as a consequence now.
It's really odd. Man, this next one, exposing too much skin and winking are a problem. You know, this is fucking ironic, right? Because this is the type of things you would see back in the 90s or 80s, whatever time period it was, from like religious extremists or evangelicals or something like that. I forgot the exact term, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, this is the exact type of thing you would see from them, and now it's
Jehovah's Witnesses too.
But just Jehovah's Witnesses, okay. You would see that from them, and now you're seeing the same exact thing from the people who
it's like one of
complain
several
about it.
groups.
Male gaze, bro.
Male gaze. That double entendre is undefeated. But nah, it's ironic because the same people who complained about it back then are doing it now. What the fuck? So you can see the adult sister here, supposed to be pretty. She's wearing a low-cut dress with some legs showing, and she's winking at you. And in the overseas version, they gave her a longer skirt, and she is no longer winking. Why did they not change her sitting position? I don't know, but you know, fuck it. There's a problem with the fisherman having a cigarette because he's at the docks fishing for Pokemon, and you know it's a problem to smoke outside or whatever. Go ahead. What the fuck are these changes?
All of a sudden, smoking.
It's
Jack,
just funny
man.
why
Don't you know?
they change all this. I don't fucking. Get
Also,
it.
guys, I want to say to the chat, chill in the chat with Sepus. We don't need to have an actual fight in there with Sepus.
Sepus is trolling. Don't take Sepus seriously. He's trolling. That is an inside joke
and
character.
Don't worry, Toast. Don't worry about leaving Toast. It's not gonna get ugly.
Sensitivity training is for beta cucks. Of all the comments I could see. Okay, but anyway. Bikini girl swimmer winking. They censored fucking winking.
Oh.
Alright, so like, oh my god. So we, man, this doesn't make any sense. So, Bikini Girl still has a two-piece, but they can't even censor right, bro. I don't even get what the fuck is going on anymore. So, they fixed the skirt up here, but the bikini's fine. Huh?
It's funny how they put in so much work to censor, but at the same time, they still half-ass it.
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense. And then the last one, right? The Sage Boy, instead of having praying hands, he folds his fucking arms because I don't know. They don't want to offend people. Let's look at some
praying
of the...
is offensive now, apparently. Asking for Jesus or the Buddha for a little guy is offensive now.
Oh yeah, so this person basically, they basically said what I was saying. Back then it was right-wing religious conservatives. Now it's left-wing feminist liberals doing the same exact thing. That's why it's so ironic. The same people that hated it back then are doing it now. It's stupid. And then all the times, well, not all the times, a character winked in the show, but clearly there's winking in the fucking Pokemon show, so why the fuck isn't it in the game? It's stupid. You don't hate Western censorship enough. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Like on the left.
CEO of Lenny? I don't know how to pronounce that. But anyway, they say, fuck, I don't even like Pokemon, but this is just absurd. Over 40 goddamn years, now I've watched my hobbies get attacked and used as punching bags by half-wits and grifters using mob mentality witch hunts. First, it was Dungeons & Dragons with the Satanic Panic, and now anime. And then they put the Who Radicalized You meme. You did.
You did.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Somebody clarified my question.
See, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, those are Buddhist Shinto prayer beads. I was wondering if prayer beads were the same. They're not, apparently. I had a feeling. Buddhist Shinto prayer beads, yeah, they're not even a fucking rosary. So, like, what? You know what I mean? Bands praying and prayer beads.
That's what I was telling you, like the rosary.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, not the rosary. That's what I'm saying is, for it to be a rosary, you gotta actually have a cross with Jesus on it. That's.
They made the old woman look like she's having a heart attack. That might not even be a woman, because the comments said he.
Who knows?
Leftists are cancer, retarded censorship. This is beyond stupid. Yeah, so the comments are same energy. Cigarette to the lolly. I hate it. But
Oh
yeah,
my
this
lord.
is why this is so fucking ironic, right? This is why this is so stupid.
Oh no, not this one.
They have the gall to censor. Man, they can censor an overseas version of a game by taking out winking, religious symbolism, making skirts longer, taking out smoking. Fucking what else? What else did they do? Let me look at this shit again. What else did they fucking do? Taking away the praying hands. And then they have they have this shit, dude. Oh my god. Pokemon's Typhlosion goes viral after Game Freak leak for the weirdest possible reason. Face of evil. Oh my god.
Girl, this fucker was my starter Pokemon in Soul Silver, man. Why do you do this to me?
Yeah, Sprite. Yeah, try not to fill up the chat too much. Let me see. This article was published on 10/14 and republished on 10/15. I don't even know where to start here. Game Freak has been hacked and countless files have been released, which unfortunately includes some personal information about its employees. But it also includes everything from unused concept art and scrapped lore stories from the universe. And one in particular has gone a bit viral. More than a bit. That would be a tale about Typhlosion, the gold-silver starter evolution, which I definitely picked growing up. I picked Cyndaquil. Yeah, you didn't pick Typhlosion, you picked Cyndaquil.
I picked Cyndaquil.
I also picked Charizard before that. I like fire, what can I say? I always pick a different starter each game, anyway. But now, my memories might be tainted a bit. Fans have discovered some sort of lost lore story about Typhlosion, which, well, here's a brief excerpt. A long time ago, when the boundary between Pokemon and humans was unclear. Okay, nope, I'm gonna stop right there. Yes, this is going where you think it's going. A relationship between a human and a Pokemon. That kind of relationship. But it's even weirder than you might think. Oh my god! I didn't even know this part! A young girl is tricked by a shape-shifting Bakufun, Typhlosion, into thinking that he's a human. Eventually, she apparently has a child with him, and she's called his wife. Her father eventually comes and kills the Bakufun. And when she returns to the village, she and her half-Pokemon child is teased by the men in the village, who at one point cover it in fur skins. Then they run into the forest and are never seen again. Here's a particularly nightmarish passage from when the father goes to find his daughter. Jesus Christ. But I didn't read this far into it. This is, wow. You have broken the branch. Your father will be here soon. Now I am going to do something bad to your father. If you kill me, you can have my eyes, my voice, and my heart. Then I want you to build a fire where I was killed and let it burn. I want you to sing this song until it burns out. The girl said, please stop. You're going to kill my father. Please stop. Let yourself be killed. Goodbye. We'll never meet again.
Who wrote this shit?
I don't know. Many forms of mythology, including Japanese mythology, has animals transforming into humans or vice versa in order to exhibit some form of trickery. Zeus did this a lot, for example. Specifically, Typhlosion is supposed to be based on Mujina, the Japanese badger, where in folklore it is often depicted to be a shape-shifting yokai, demon, trickster, monster. So this is not entirely pulled out of thin air. But something like this making it into Pokemon documents at Game Freak is something. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck kind of read they had on their audience. But like, did they not remember the age range this shit was supposed to be aimed at?
I just wanted to catch some Pokemon, bro. What the
I
hell?
don't know, man. If you consider like anime and stuff like that, I mean, I'm just being honest with you. A lot of
Pokemon, this isn't what I meant.
Go ahead, bitch.
I mean, I mean, you know, people like us. I mean, I'm not really a Pokemon fan, but people like us, we look at that at Pokemon in general and be like, okay, yeah, you know, this is cool, but there's dark corners these communities, man, where there's a lot of like degenerate people in these communities, man. Like, I mean, seriously, degenerate people.
Yeah, man, Pokophilia. That's the thing.
When I said I
Really
love
nasty.
Pokemon, this is not what I meant.
I love Pokemon.
This is not what I meant.
Nah, bro, this is not good, bro. This is not it.
It's an unfortunate thing, man. It's an unfortunate thing. I mean, and I mean, I've kind of found out that this kind of behavior really stretches other genres, man, and it's very dark.
Bro, the Disney Vault has official artwork.
Disney Vault, I found out about that because of this.
Bro.
Found out about the Disney Vault because of this.
Dude, like, I don't even know what the fuck to say. I didn't know it got this bad. Like, it was, oh my lord. Okay, it says it's...
Why didn't they burn this?
I don't fucking know. They wanted to...
Why did they keep this?
Somebody put it in the stash. I have no idea. It's unclear why this story was made or why it's even in these files. We have no idea who wrote it or if it was anywhere close to making it into a game. There are plenty of really dark Pokemon lore stories, though none quite this crazy. But the text has taken off online all the same, and now no one will ever look at Typhlosion the same way again. I certainly won't. I've reached out to Game Freak for comment and will update if I hear back. Update 10:15. I thought it would be interesting to find another story about the shape-shifting Mujina, on which this creepy version of Typhlosion is based. What follows is part of an adaptation of an old Japanese folklore myth, the Faceless Woman. One night, at a late hour, he was hurrying up to Kino Kunizaka. I'm fucking that up, I know, I'm sorry. When he saw a woman crouching by the moat all alone. She was weeping bitterly, and her hands covered her face completely as she heaved forward toward the moat. Fearing that she intended to drown herself, he stopped near her to offer his help. As he came closer, he saw that she was lithe, handsomely dressed, and that her hair was arranged like that of a young girl from a good family. He was a kind man, and pity gripped his heart. Young girl, he exclaimed, approaching her. Young girl, do not cry like that. Tell me what the trouble is, and if there be any way to help you, I shall do it. Suddenly, the girl turned around and dropped her sleeve from her hand. Where there should have been two eyes, a mouth, and a nose was nothing but a featureless blank of skin as smooth as an egg. She began stroking her face with her hand, slowly before him. The man screamed and ran away. The egg face idea is one that persisted in folklore, that the Mujina was able to shapeshift into human form, but often with a featureless, smooth face. But it could take other, more normal forms too. The end of this story is that the man tries to tell someone else he finds about the woman. Someone else he finds the woman, but that man's face then morphs into an egg too. So, it's obviously different, but you can see similarities in how even the cadence of the storytelling is the same. Both are creepy in their own ways, certainly. Let's get at these comments. Chris B. I find it more humorous than anything else. It didn't make it into the game, so for me at least, there's no reason to tie conceptual narrative to actual narrative. This would be like looking at the Powerpuff Girls differently because the initial pitch was for the whoop-ass girls. Before that was shot down and changed. They're basically the same characters. If you look at the show, it doesn't matter. But it was pretty funny in retrospect that such a kid-friendly show was pitched a bit differently. It's the same thing here. Someone had an idea that sounds terrible in retrospect, was clearly discarded, and doesn't matter. I don't really think of Typhlosion any differently because of it, but it does tell me that Game Freak Nintendo were smart enough not to go to this place for what's essentially a children's IP. I've reached out to a Japanese company for a comment on Japanese folklore because Westerns feel uncomfortable about it. I don't understand why you need to ask for a comment on something that people had to hack Game Freak to even read. Maybe this was written because of the influence for the Pokemon. And maybe it didn't make it past the planning because it didn't fit the Johto reason. Who knows and who cares? Oh my god, do I even want to read that? Y'all
actually, if you don't like official Pokemon, right? You're a Western show.
Jesus Christ.
How can you say that? I can't.
What a comment, bro. Like, Jesus. I think that's enough comments.
Was that one you?
I think that's enough comments.
Sepus, was that one you?
For me for one day. Folks, we're in a clown world. Okay. We have companies burning hundreds of millions of dollars in order to bring those same ideas back to burn 400 more billion dollars. And then we have
4 billion.
We have people who make video games that hate gamers. God help us. And we have companies pushing censorship and having vaulted stories of bestiality and pedophilia. Like, I don't understand this dual morality they seem to have about everything. None of it really, all of it feels fucking misplaced, and I really don't know what to say about it, to be completely honest with you. But we might have time.
I hope someone was fired.
I hope someone was fired.
Someone was fired for that type of shit.
Nah, I don't think anyone would have been fired for that. Mostly because it got out because they were hacked. But we might have time to cover one more story. One more.
A lot of the guys were probably in on putting that in there, but then somebody probably looked at it and was like, "Nah, don't do that."
That's not out of the realm of possibility at all. One sensible person saying, "Nah, we're not putting that in."
It was tossed away, never to be revealed. And then someone hacked them and found it.
Why did they keep the files?
That's what I'm saying.
Why did they keep the fucking files?
What part of that was you? What use do you have for keeping that?
I don't know.
Is as decentralized as it is, at the same time, information that you don't want to find, like this.
Repeat that.
I was saying, I'm glad that information is as decentralized, but at the same time, we have stuff like this that comes up.
Yeah, it is a double-edged sword having information be decentralized. Because like you said, when people think they might be forced to draw conclusions, and not all conclusions are pleasant, which is what the fuck we ran into with that Typhosia story. It's kind of sad that I'm so numb to things like this occurring, though. That's the real tragedy. Be completely fucking honest.
I'm after this.
Uh-oh. Here is a... Okay, so we can look
Is
at
this the
yeah.
is this the license?
Yes, this is the licensing thing with Steam. This is absolutely worth covering.
Okay.
This is absolutely worth covering because I want to read the comments from Steam page, the Steam page itself, and go over an article from how long is this? It's not long. Good. I can go over the comments right after. So, this next one's going to be from PC World, and we're actually going to go ahead and cover Steam coming out and saying that you don't own the games, you buy from them. Which, honestly, at this point, I think everyone should already be aware of because digital purchases on games have been in the zeitgeist for, I say we reached double digits by now. But anyway, says here, Steam now explicitly states you don't own the digital games you're buying. In clear terms, Steam wants you to know that you're actually buying a license. Have you ever bought an app or a game from a digital storefront, only for it to suddenly disappear and become inaccessible without warning? Yes, that's part of the reason why I left fucking Sony. It's both confusing and frustrating, which is why some governments are stepping in and hoping to make things clearer for customers. Gavin Newsom, governor of California, recently signed a new law, AB 2046, that involves the purchasing of digital goods and services. Under the new law, online storefronts that sell digital copies of video games, music, movies, TV shows, and ebooks must be explicit as to whether customers actually own what they're purchasing. Some digital services are already adapting to the new regulations, which aren't set to be enforced until next year. Steam is one such company, having already implemented a change in the Steam storefront that explicitly notifies customers that they're purchasing a license for the product on Steam and don't actually own the game outright. What does that mean for you? Well, a license is just permission for you to access content that's provided by the service, i.e. the game. If the content is made unavailable for whatever reason, you aren't entitled to access it, to access in perpetuity, as opposed to buying a digital download, in which case you're buying permission to download and keep said files, or physical copy. Always go physical if and when the opportunity presents itself.
Here's my concern is, why does so many people have to go the way of California and Newsom? I
mean, that law was only made in California so far, from what I'm hearing.
I know, but why does Steam got to do this? Is Steam based in California?
Well, no. Steam has always been a platform for selling digital games. I mean, Steam overall has not been anti-consumer from what I can tell over the years. It's just that's just the nature of digital games. Like, it just comes with the territory. Like, Steam's not selling you physical copies. This is always how it's been. Like, you buy a game on an online storefront and you're getting a license.
What the hell?
You didn't know that?
I think that's largely why a lot of people are against the idea of digital games becoming a mainstream thing. You don't own it. You don't own it.
You don't own it. Yeah, there was a lot of pushback for that back in the day. A lot. But, I mean, the technology advances without your consent. It's just how it works. Business people are going to make the decisions they're going to make, and you're either going to participate or you're not. Let me read this last line before we get into a deeper discussion, because there are some Steam comments that people shared, apparently. Okay, so this last one says, according to Engadget, this new wording in Steam is used in all countries and territories, not just the United States. Okay. Oh, and this next one about why digital games can vanish in a heartbeat. How long is that? Forget it. Anyway, on to these Steam comments. Y'all got any more comments before I read these?
Oh.
All right, because it is intriguing, right? It's scary in some sense to know that if you lose access to your account, or you spent all this money on several games, right, from Steam, and if you lose access to it, you get no fucking recourse at all. Like, it's just gone, and there's nothing you can do about it. So it's definitely a conversation that needs to be had, for sure. But if there's nothing else, I'm going to go ahead and read this comment here from Ralianto. I think I pronounced that right. You don't own your Steam games. Let me zoom in for the people on YouTube. I think y'all can see that. You don't own your Steam games. This is a surprise to me. I always thought Steam were consumer friendly and let you buy and own games. I was very wrong. See, that's the thing though. The nature of digital games, I mean, that's not Steam intentionally being anti-consumer. It's just that the practice itself is pretty goddamn anti-consumer. Because it's a digital game. That's all it is. And
it's bad enough. I mean, it's bad enough getting this kind of thing from practice from the PlayStation Network or PlayStation. Because
and Xbox.
You mentioned something like that happened there, right?
Yes, bro. I complained about this shit on stream a couple times where I'd get a game for free or I would purchase a game, and for some reason I would be completely barred from playing the bitch again. And I already had achievements in it and like dozens of hours in a certain game, because these were games that I wouldn't even have very long at the time. That's what was so frustrating. It was a new game. I'm playing the shit, and then I just can't play it anymore because Sony just pulled the fucking plug. The shit pissed me off. But yeah, that's how it works. Like, it's just a license, and if they revoke it, oh well. So they say, I was very wrong. Steam is able to revoke any game at any time without you being able to do anything about it. Just too bad. Pay full price, $60. $70 if you ask Sony. Or for any of these new games dropping, bro, a standard price for new games is like $69.99 or something like that. But it's closer to $70 now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I saw about that.
You're paying like $70 for a brand new game, and it's just the license, and they can just take that bitch from you at any point. Or what happened with what's it called? Lost Planet 2. It can be tied up with games for Windows Live, and you paid for the shit, and now you can't play it anymore because Microsoft owns the fucking rights to the game, and it can't be on Steam anymore. I don't even think they still fixed that. I don't even think that shit is fixed on Steam anymore. Still. Because I'm pretty sure you still have to go get Lost Planet 2 through games for Windows Live, which is fucking criminal. It's insane.
PC. Suddenly, PC and the console versus consoles doesn't feel so relevant anymore.
But yes, right, I mentioned that. Like, it's not just the money, it's the time you invest in the games, too. I brought that up. Like, I would already have achievements and shit in the game. Lucky for me, whenever it happened to me, it was always a new game that I didn't play that much in, maybe like 50 hours. But still, that's like 50 hours I won't get fucking back. So you're absolutely right. Like, it's not just the money, it's the time you spend too. Like the fucking extension of loyalty you give to these companies by even using their fucking platform and agreeing to their terms of service. Yeah, like all of that goes with it. Let me see. But like you said, pay full price, 60, 70 if you ask Sony, like you would for a physical copy. That's the criminal part. You're paying the exact same amount you would for a physical copy. I didn't even fucking think about that. He's absolutely right. But he says here, Steam can take it away the next second if they desire. And it's not about whether or not they actually do it. Because to my knowledge, Steam has never done anything like that. But that's not the point. They can. At any point, they fucking can.
Yep.
Like, oh yeah, you're also not allowed to
Yes.
resell the game. Yeah, you can't resell a digital copy. You used to not be able to share them either at all, but then they did the family sharing shit. That got popular. I don't know when it came out, but you didn't always used to be able to do license transfers and share with family or any of that. Like, you used to just have your games on your console and that's it. You couldn't share licenses at all. But like, yeah, these are the same arguments people would pose back in the day when they were slowly trying to distance the player from physical discs. You don't own the game. You can't resell it. You can't let a friend borrow it. You can't play and trade. You can't do shit. You can't do none of that shit. It's just a physical license. I mean, it's just a digital license on the computer. That way, everybody, every individual has to buy it from your source, and they can't get it secondhand. And that's the problem with this, mostly. Where did I leave off? Let me wrap this comment up, because I think one of y'all want to jump in and say something. Hold on. Let me start from the top. You cannot trade or sell your game you paid full price for, like you could with a real copy of the game. Why are the Steam fake copies the same price as a real copy? Are people aware you do not in any way own the games you bought on Steam? And what's crazy is, this is a comment from 2023. This isn't even a comment from this year.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous, man. It's like,
It always has
I was
been.
gonna say, this is ridiculous. It's like what PC versus console gaming doesn't even matter anymore if you can't own
irrelevant.
games on either one.
That's why people need to go, like, if you ever want to go backwards compatible or anything, yeah, there's emulation, but get physical. Whenever you can, get physical. You own that game, you own that console, it's yours, and nobody can just, without breaking into your house, come take it for you.
But here's the thing with the physical thing is, these people they're not just leaving like physical copies behind, they're leaving old systems behind too. So
Yeah.
PlayStation is like with the PS5 compatible with PS4 and nothing PS3.
Bro, they phased out backwards compatibility. Or at least... Nah, it's pretty safe to say they have. Because obviously there was a point in time where your old discs from your old console would work in the new one. Now they're trying to resell that shit to you.
Yeah.
They intentionally make the disc incompatible so that they can sell you the game again.
Yeah, I was about to say. Now I kind of agree with the fact that they've kind of phased out the backwards compatibility, but at the same time they haven't, because they're trying to sell you the old games.
Right.
Oh yeah. Like, I can go on my Xbox right now and look in the Game Pass, and Game Pass is notorious for, you look in there, a bunch of old shit in there.
Yeah. Bro, there was one point in time the PS5 was like, the PS5 library was 80% PS4 games. It's probably closer to something like 70% now.
That is crazy, bro. And it's funny, people always tell me, well, hey, why don't you get a new console? And I'm just like,
gen.
for what?
Right, next gen. Bullshit.
Fuck, do I want to get a new console when all of the games that I want, I can play them right here?
They literally released.
Get a new console.
Even worse?
Bro, every game
No,
for
but
the
it's
PS5.
even worse because like the older.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's even worse because it's not like they're still selling the old games physically or even the old consoles physically. I could probably go to GameStop and struggle to find a PS1 or a
You
PS3
gotta go to eBay
in
for
good
that, bro.
condition anymore.
You have to go to the base.
Exactly. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Or a retro game shop if you
They
happen to have
pushing.
one.
You'd have to go to maybe like a retro game store or something like that. There's plenty of those that are out there.
Those stores are
They're not
sick, by the way.
reselling those old, you know.
I'm just saying, like as a
Amazon Prime,
business, to keep people in, it'd be nice if they at least kept reselling like old consoles and the old games, making the new and attracting people with just the newer consoles, newer graphics and all that.
There's a bunch of
They're doing one and
reasons.
completely disregarding the other.
There's a bunch of reasons.
Oh, like you
why
said,
they're not
still
doing
dragging
that for every
old
game.
games back in.
My bad. There's a bunch
So
of
what
reasons why
now, Venom?
there's a bunch of reasons why they're not reselling the old games straight up to you though, because a lot of them are trying to lock those old games behind a subscription service. Like for my God of War series, I had to play a lot of I think I've had to play all of it pretty much. Nah, God of War 1 and 2 I had to play through PS Now because there's no fucking. The last physical copies of the original trilogy of God of War was on PlayStation 3, and I don't have a PlayStation 3. So I had to play 1 and 2 on PS Now, and God of War 3, the PS4 version that I already had. Like, there's a reason why they don't want to sell those games back to you. They're trying to nickel and dime you so that you can play the game again, and it's ridiculous. And some people are okay with it or they're indifferent. Like this Zaranith guy. Yes, every single gaming platform works like that. I mean, yeah, but like you don't feel some kind of way about that shit.
Yeah, he just said that in like the most it sounded like the most monotone thing that you could have ever said. Like, yeah, it's always been like that.
Is that not a problem?
To be that way.
Yeah. Why are people like that, man?
I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong.
no.
I've had similar remarks to certain things, but okay. If I'm to give them the best possible benefit of the doubt, it's just that they've accepted it because, like, what are they gonna do about it? And to be completely honest with you, I mean, what are we gonna do about it? You know, I mean, what can we do? They know that we want physical copies of games. Like, they stopped doing physical shit in pre-orders. Everything you pre-ordered, it's all digital deluxe editions now. There are no fucking steelbook copies. There's no physical. You get a statue, a cloth map, and a book. None of that shit. That shit's phased out, bro, because it costs them money to make that. They don't want to fucking do it. They'd rather sell you a completely digital good for $100. And motherfuckers are buying it. Along with the season pass, the day one DLC, the fucking... Nah, bro. It's ridiculous.
I think the last game that I saw that actually did, like, some extra stuff with, like, pre-ordering... The last time I saw it. Because they actually had something that was that GameStop exclusive or something like that, where they had like a scorpion bust and stuff like that.
But which Mortal Kombat?
Ain't nobody doing that shit no more. Huh?
Which Mortal Kombat was it? You said X?
11?
11, okay. That's a pretty recent example. Yeah, the last time I saw it was like Dark Souls 2. Before that, it was Hitman Absolution. That's it. That's it. I haven't seen shit else.
Yeah, but largely they're not doing that stuff no more.
Bro, that's the type of shit that made people go to GameStop. Like the gaming ecosystem. The gaming ecosystem was thriving when they did shit like that. But it's dying, bruh. It's a husk now.
Time has gone on. They don't even do that shit no more, man. You even saw it just declining in like unboxing of a video game.
You're not unboxing shit related to a video game nowadays.
They used to have like the manuals, and the manuals were all detailed and all that type of stuff. Now you don't even get manuals in there anymore.
You don't, bro. It's ridiculous.
Nothing.
Oh my god. Let's take a look at some more of these comments, because I do want to hear the rest of people's opinions about this. Amsterdam Heavy says, you never owned your games. You always had a license to use the software. Go ahead.
I was going to say, you guys go on ahead. The place I'm at is about to close up, so I got to start heading out.
Oh, man. Peace out. It was nice having you, as usual.
All right.
You know how it is.
See you, man.
Nice to be on stream with Vidge after so long.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Everyone in chat, have a good night. See ya.
All right, so Amsterdam Heavy, you never owned your games. You always had a license to use the software. The only thing that has changed is the fact that the terms you never read can actually be enforced now. Oh, man. There's a lot of truth in that, to be honest.
Damn.
Who the fuck is who is reading that, bro?
Okay.
Who is reading that? I'm not. Jesus. You own your license to the game. It's fucked up. You own your license to the game, but that aside, it's always been that way. You never owned the game. It's just the installation, even with physical discs. You know what motherfuckers mean when they say you own the game. I mean, I think they know what the fuck people mean when they say you own the game. Like, we don't mean we own the IP, motherfucker. We mean we own this disc of this game. I can loan it to my friend. I can put it on my shelf. I could fucking set fire to it if I wanted. I could sell it.
Yeah.
I could throw it in a dumpster. I could do whatever the fuck I wanted to. That's what people mean when they say that you own the game. Like, I don't even know why they split this hair like this. Like, you know what the fuck he meant when he said that. Why do people argue like this? I never get it. Like, you know what the fuck he's trying to say. Anyway. The only reason you could do so much more with a physical disc was because it was physically in your hand. Oh, so you do fucking understand. So they couldn't really stop you from letting a friend borrow a disc or a cartridge. Exactly. Digital goods can't be shared in the same way. Not legally, at least. And to be quite fair, the way Steam handles things has always been known. It was all in the SSA, even back when I created my account. Highly likely the same since Steam became a digital storefront.
Interesting.
I think SSA is like something service agreement. Steam service agreement? I don't know. Okay, seems most people were aware, but then answer me. Why are you paying the same for a fake copy that they ask for a real copy? That's the real fucking question. To be completely fucking honest, that's the real question. Because, okay, fine, we're doing away with physical copies. If it doesn't take the same amount to produce games, which it doesn't because it's completely digital and you're not making a disc anymore. There's hardware and physical goods you're no longer needing to produce. Why are we paying the full price for games? You know what I mean? And I get it. People are going to say with inflation, we're actually paying less for games. I don't know how true that is now, especially with there being a $10 price hike on newer games being produced and motherfuckers trying to make quadruple A gaming a fucking reality.
Oh my lord!
But this is still a good point. If it's a purely digital good, why am I still paying $70 like it's a physical copy?
Yeah, I mean, it's a fair point.
Okay, and now we're going to get into the stuff we can actually do to combat this. And to be completely honest with you, people are talking like we don't have a choice, right? Like, a bunch of new games have dropped that I have not bought. I really want to buy them. I'm not doing that shit because they're fucking $70 for a digital good. And I'm doing what this guy suggests. He says, Why are you? I know I don't. I wait for sales. Pro tip. Sales are a fantastic substitute for secondhand games. Also, there's CD key websites and stuff, so you can get a lot of old games for dirt cheap. Like dirt cheap. The money goes to the HR lady at the office. She deserves it for the hard work she does. This fucking troll account, bro. Never read those licensing agreements in the past. Hey, these people, bro. I'm so tired of these "it's always been like that" comments. Like, you're missing the fucking point, sir. Oh my god.
Are being snarky just to be.
It's kind of what it seems like. And this guy says, because as always, the majority of costs isn't. Go ahead.
No, I was just finna say, because Lord knows they didn't read them terms either. Shit.
They didn't. I mean, that's kind of why it's like several pages long. Like a lot of the companies bank on you not reading the shit, bro. That's the whole point. It's such common knowledge that it's satirical now. People have satirized that. And at this point, if you know people aren't going to read it, why would you continue to make these long ass terms of service and play on people's ignorance if you're trying to be an honest company? You know what I mean? I don't know. No. Because as always, the majority of costs is in the development of the game, not in the manner of distribution. Sure, but you're still not producing. There's still whole wings of the development process that aren't happening anymore. Like we said, they're not producing physical goods anymore, like at all. And it's not like they were losing money on that. So like, I don't know, maybe stop bloating your fucking budgets. It's just like the movie industry. They're like putting $1 billion up front for some shit and getting like fucking 10 million back. Like they're losing all their fucking money. Anyway, he says just wait for games to have the price you're willing to pay. You know, just like with physical copies. Yeah, that's pretty much the most effective thing we can do right now is not buy new games and get everything on sale or secondhand. Not physical secondhand, but there are still ways for you to get games even cheaper than Steam sales. Like I said with the CD keys thing. There's even new games out right now that have CD keys for them that are like 20% off and stuff. But anyway. The physical copies are still just a license. It's just harder to enforce the terms of that license. I mean, I don't think that's the fucking same, though. It's really not, because nobody referred to a disc copy of a game as a fucking license, because a license is a digital stamp. A fucking physical disc is just what it is. It's a physical disc. I don't know why people are trying to make those two things sound the same when they're fucking not. And they say that could change someday, and they will be able to revoke those as well. At that point, we'd be in fucking a dystopia. This person says both are real copies. Digital is more convenient, and I wait for sale so I can get them cheap. Plus, a physical disc will degrade over time. Digital goods don't degrade. I mean, they degrade if you don't fucking take care of them. Even then, people used to do this thing called disc ripping. And you used to be able to take your PS2 game and put that shit on Well, you could buy the same type of disc the game is made on, or the game is on, rip the data from it, and put it on that disc. People used to do that shit all the time. I'm pretty sure you can still fucking do it. So that's not an excuse either. You can still get physical copies of games, especially older ones. Go ahead.
Long time, but I imagine you probably still do it. No, I was just saying I haven't seen anybody do it in a long time, but I imagine you probably still can do it.
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking sure you can still do it. Consumers are the majority, yet they have the worst deals. Makes zero sense to me. But looking at the answers, I see why. You people have no spine. You make these companies walk all over you. And your best answers are, it's always been like that. I mean, he has a fucking point. He has a fucking point. That's their best answer. Stop buying games then, otherwise you support these companies. Jim, my God, bro. Leave the billion-dollar corporation alone. Fucking... Jesus, bro. Yes, you are correct, and indeed, I'll stop paying for games now. We could change this together if we all stopped buying games until we had actual ownership, but you wouldn't have the discipline to do so.
Oh boy.
I'm not gonna lie, there's been hella boycotts. This is, keep in mind, this is a comment tree from 2023. I'm really reading through these comments to get to kind of get a feel for the argument of not owning the things you buy from video games anymore. Because since this point in time, we've seen like extreme boycotts. People are tighter with their money with video games than ever. And unless you are just a star-studded, stellar fucking company, nobody is coming off their money for some bullshit. It's just not happening. It's not fucking happening.
I know I'm not. Like, shit, I haven't bought a new game in years.
Right. I'm probably going to wait for a sale on space, especially if it's a fucking single-player game. What the fuck am I missing from that?
Much.
Okay.
Yeah, not much of anything.
Oh, my God. Nah, my spine is intact and quite strong, thank you. As I said, I do it because it's cheap and convenient, and other reasons I'm not about to list. I have my reasons, and I'm happy with my decisions, so that's all that matters in my book. Imagine buying PlayStation Plus to be able to play online. Yep. That was me for a long time.
Ouch.
That was me for a long time.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So this person's answer to why are you paying the same for a fake copy as the real copy? Because a plastic disc with a thin film glued to it that you use in a slow optical reader isn't super valuable or convenient in and of itself. Also, for some of us, I've been using Steam for 19 years. Go ahead.
Okay. I was just wondering why he had to explain it like that.
I don't know either. The shit wasn't that inconvenient to me. Like, to me, flipping through my disc book of games was a fucking experience. What am I gonna play today? Goddamn. Right. Like, what are you talking about? I still have all the games I started with. I'm not sure what the problem is. It's not like the physical disc is so permanent and has such utility that I expect to pay less for any other medium. Again, bro, people used to rip discs. As a matter of fact, motherfuckers would do this one. They would buy the physical game, put that bitch away after they rip the disc, and then just play the game from the rip disc. I used to see people do that shit all the time. Matter of fact, people would buy new games and then rip the discs and then fucking sell it to their homeboys for half price. That way they didn't have to go to the GameStop. They used to have to run people off from selling them. People were peddling ripped games on the corners of GameStops.
The corners of GameStop? What?
People would be out there. It's like, hey, bro, you here for that new game? What if I told you I could get you that same new game for half price? Bro, they were right there. They were right there convincing people to follow them to the trunk to get the new... Bro. They were doing that shit, bro.
Damn.
They were doing it, bro. Let me see.
That's wild.
I mean, if you're hung up on details and decide those are ultra important, I can see why you'd feel that way. I bought a game. I have access to the game. Some games I've had access to for almost 2 decades, and I'll keep having access to those games. See, that's the thing. You don't fucking know that. I'm not seeing how your appraisal fits. Just seems like you've been out of shape, that your assumptions were wrong, and you see that as a great crime. And anyone who doesn't jump on board your Fudmobile must be a fool. Man, bro. Just build the art. Don't even try to... You can't save everybody, bro. Well, good luck berating consumers and coming around to your way of thinking, especially when they're clearly more informed than you've been. Oh, Jesus Christ. Not everything you've suddenly become aware of is a huge issue that needs to be addressed. Sometimes you just need to adjust your thinking rather than try to change the world to meet your original expectations. Jesus Christ, this is the most fucking tone-deaf shit ever, bro. Like he's so concerned with right now that he's not even thinking of the implications of them having the power to do whatever. Especially from people who've actually experienced this firsthand, like whole games you paid full price for just out of your library. Gone. You call customer support and they ain't got shit for you. You just gotta buy it again, which I didn't do. I did not buy that shit again. There are games I will never beat. I'm not giving them a fucking single cent for them hoes. I'm not doing it. Nope.
Buy the mobile game. Buy the digital game, bro. Buy the digital copy.
Buy it for full price.
Digital copy, bro.
Buy it for $70, bro.
Buy it for, yeah.
Pre-order it, bro. Buy the early access, bro. Jesus Christ, bro. Like, I'm not getting early access. I'm not pre-ordering the digital dickhead deluxe edition. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not. I'll wait for a sale. The dickhead deluxe edition. I'm not doing it. My... Oh, Jesus. Now just imagine that one day Steam goes offline forever. All your games are gone. I mean, that's also a possibility. I hope he's not saying that to be as a joke, because that's a very real possibility. Like, that could actually happen. Like, we could talk about likelihood, sure, but, like, it's definitely a possibility. There's a lot of people who just don't give a shit about the implications of that, and it's kind of worrying.
The same guys that are comfortable buying the 5, the one doesn't have the disc tray.
Oh my god, bro! People were trying to fucking make cases for that, bro. Like, I remember people trying to say that that I was like stupid or some shit for getting the one with the disc, and then I have a reason to have the disc because they were selling physical copies of Stellar Blade, and I was able to roll back the patch and not get the forced patch for censorship from fucking Sony. Which, by the way, as soon as that game drops for PC, that is a game I will buy because that company deserves my fucking money.
Yeah.
I just hope that they can get free. I just hate what happened to them did with the Sony censorship shit, because they did promise everybody that the game would be uncensored worldwide, and then Sony was just like, nah.
Wow.
But yeah, bro. This person's banned. When you have spent thousands, you just don't care anymore. Everything dies.
Everything. Damn, that was a there. Good lord.
Support DRM free games. DRM free games can't be taken away from you. We made a huge mistake in making Steam a monopoly. I'm not gonna lie, DRM has been a conversation for a while. I think it first spun up with the Xbox Connect, and they were trying to make that
it's been a thing for a long time.
Stupid.
It's crazy how that's.
Go ahead.
I'm just how that's still a conversation today. We're still seeing, like, I guess, ripples of it's just that it's kind of the, I guess, roundabout way.
Yeah, no, it's definitely the same thing in a roundabout way. Except it's not dealing with fucking spyware like the Xbox Connect. It's dealing with what a company can get away with as far as taking your shit out of your library, what they can make you pay for, and sort of like a lot of it is around microtransactions and nickel and diming the consumer. That's really what it is. What's crazy is that they don't have to nickel and dime the consumer. They just don't have to do it. But I mean, greed. So, you know, there's that. Oh, okay. So they mentioned GOG, GOG. I forgot what GOG stands for, but there's DRM free game purchasing sites you can get codes for and stuff. Developers and publishers will always follow the money. Yeah, that's true. A lot of indie developers actually sell their games on their website that you can just download. I'm pretty sure. Like sometimes, not even through Steam, because you can always add a non-Steam game to your fucking library anyway. So anytime a company offers that, because you're purchasing the right to install the game on your computer, you could probably install it on other computers if you wanted to. So that's different. I'd probably do that if a company offered that. It'd be cool. I'm gonna see if there's any other comments worth reading, and if not, we can just wrap up here at the 2 hour 10-minute mark or 7-minute mark. Okay. Oh yeah, somebody said you didn't own the games when they were in physical form either. Which is a fucking... Why are people saying that? There's been a couple of comments that have said that. You didn't own the game when it was a disc either. Yeah, the fuck they did, bro. Motherfuckers resell games all the time. There's a copy of Marvel vs. Capcom 1, Clash of the Superheroes, for fucking PS1. That is the home release of that game. Not even the arcade version, which is the best version. Going for like fucking $150 and counting, bruh. They're selling that game for $150. You don't own the physical form either. And then this guy mentions reselling the game in the form of Steam keys on gray market sites. Motherfuckers are definitely reselling games, bro. They're doing that. Physical copies. Resold. The act of selling again.
Oh God. Yeah, when I read that, I just kind of laughed inside. I was just like, okay.
Jesus. The point is, it was always a violation. Man. It was always a violation of purchase agreements. Nah, fam. If I buy some shit, it's mine. What are you talking about?
Huh.
Of course I can sell it again. What the fuck? Whatever. Shit's stupid. Yeah, you are allowed to sell any physical goods that you've purchased. Any of them. What is this person talking about? Anyway, this fucking conversation is devolving into stupidity because there's a lot of people in this shit with horrible takes. So I'm gonna call it there. I think we've broached a pretty good range of topics for tonight. And there's one topic that I couldn't have fucking covered, not within a reasonable amount of time, that I'm probably going to do a separate show on. It's going to be about Kim Belair's comments on her latest conference. And I'm just going to rage at my camera again. Or not camera, my mic again. And break down each of her arguments yet again. Because I know we covered the Sweet Baby Inc. website before they fucking altered it. And then she got on stage pretending that DEI is this vaguely defined term. Like, get the fuck out of here. What does woke even mean? Let me read the chat.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Sprite. Everybody who kept their old Dreamcast, Sega, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, everyone who kept their physical copies of classic console games, they probably got some shit in their safe right now that they don't even know it's worth a lot of money. They have no idea. They have like thousands of dollars of fucking classic games just sitting in their vault right now. None the fucking wiser.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I like doing these shows and informing people about what's going on in entertainment. But yeah, man, that's gonna do it. I just dropped a review of Nobody Wants to Die. Pretty soon, I'll be dropping the review of Still Wakes the Deep, and a TV show that I've watched recently that I don't want to spoil what it is yet. You'll know it when I post it. And I'm probably going to save some time for... What'd you say?
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. And Joker 2. I wanted to watch that and give a review on it. It's probably going to be a really short review for that movie.
Oh boy.
But I just want to see what the hype is about. And what's the opposite of hype? That whatever the fuck that is, because people are just disappointed. But anyway, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Go ahead. Were you saying something, Vidge?
Yeah, I was saying you wanted to see what the hoopla was about.
Yeah, the hoopla. Exactly. What's crazy is that Vidge is not new. Vidge is not new. Yeah, he's returning. He was always a co-host. But nah. Y'all know the deal. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all the YouTube things, and click the links in the description to keep your fingers on the pulse of Cosmogoth. This has been your gracious host, Kaine Walker, and my co-hosts. We are signing off, and we will see you all again next time. Peace.